Hello and welcome to the Professor Kev Show. As you can see, I got my buddy Ham with us, and he's from Climate Shield. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Great meeting you, Kevin. Nice to meet you too. Just to give a quick introduction about myself. My name is Arham Kidwai, and I'm an MYP 5 student studying at GEMS Modern Academy in Dubai. I work at the intersection of technology, climate resilience, and global policy. But as someone, I love solving complex system problems. So a lot of what I do, whether it's founding Climate Shield or competing internationally in debate, comes from my personal curiosity. So I've always been fascinated by how large scale systems work, be it markets, governments, ecosystems, and human behavior. And other than just academics, about myself, I love debating, MUN, public speaking, playing basketball, and just building tech products. Debating has been something that I've been quite passionate about since I was 8, and
Mhm.
I won Best Delegate Awards at Harvard MUN, Yale MUN, the GMA MUN, which is one of the larger MUNs in the MENA. And I've always had a passion of public speaking. When it came to business, it was more about watching Shark Tank USA, watching people like Mark Cuban come up to the show and to learn about business in general was something I was quite fascinated about. And integrating them together to build products today was something that I've always looked forward to. And these are just pretty much what I've been interested at.
So let's talk a little bit about Climate Shield. Why did you
Right.
start this? What need did you see, my friend?
So, climate change was inspired by a realization that I had through both debate and lived experiences. So, through international conferences, I debated climate policy on global stages, but I began asking myself, what does climate policy look like at community level? So, growing up connected to regions like India, I saw extreme heat waves shutting down schools. I saw floods displacing families overnight, and air pollution and water pollution affecting daily life. So what stood out to me was that climate data today, it exists. Satellite data, forecast, research. But communities today, they do not have accessible tools to translate that data into early action. So then the question became, what if we built a system that converts complex climate intelligence into something a school principal or an NGO worker or a local leader can use? And that's where Climate Shield really began.
So tell me about how it's been going so far. What steps have you accomplished to help you achieve this goal?
Right. So Climate Shield is an AI-powered climate vulnerability platform. It integrates satellite imagery, environmental hazard datasets, socioeconomic indicators, and from this we generate a climate vulnerability index that identifies high-risk zones. But the key is translation. So the platform really delivers heat, flood, and air quality risk maps. It allows governments, NGOs, and students to have infrastructure risk mapping. It gives them public health monitoring indicators, and this then is becomes into short actionable climate briefs, which is designed for communities, NGOs, and not just for researchers. This project itself was recognized as a World Education Medalist Grand Finale awardee, placing first out of 10,000 participants from 130 different countries.
Wow.
And that validation told me that this wasn't just an academic experiment, but had global potential too. And currently itself, Climate Shield has been piloted in 5 different countries in 30 different schools. And I'm using this platform to actually bring awareness upon how climate data and people being informed about the thing that matters to us most is really crucial, and bringing upon awareness as well as responsibility of heat, flood, air quality risk maps or public health monitoring and taking care of an environment at first, right?
So crystal ball time, my friend. What are you hoping to accomplish with this idea in the next 3 to 5 years?
Right. So in the short term, our goal is to transition Climate Shield from a prototype to a fully deployable app by the end of 2026. We're yet to receive, but we're about to receive funding from IB Global Action Youth Fund, which is an additional funds that we'll go ahead and use to create an MVP deployable app, as well as to potentially pilot our solution into multiple different countries. We wanted to firstly start and have tie-ups with so we're currently in tie-ups already with in collaboration with AIDMI, which is All India Disaster Mitigation Institute, where we're in conversation and discussion with them to expand to multiple schools and communities in India and bring awareness about the same. Then we wanted to also look towards using just not data but publishing structured climate briefs that give data as well as understanding to communities upon how what climate in their local zones and what are the consequences that'll come up with it, how exactly farmers or even local area people have to mitigate the issues, and how we can then, I want to measure how early this visibility then changes into preparedness behavior, where people then are informed about their actions. We save a lot of crops. We help farmers, or we help individuals be more aware upon their health, have economic viability in terms of the solution and towards the community. And then in long term, I just envision Climate Shield to become a global youth-powered climate intelligence system. So not replacing governments, but empowering communities. And ultimately, my aspiration is just not to build a startup, but is to build a system that increases resilience as well as reduces inequality through technology.
What's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can I learn more, my friend?
So the best way to reach out to me
Mm.
itself is we have two current members in our team, which is Arsh Kidwai. You could text me on LinkedIn for sure, or Rihanna Chowdhury, which is another of my teammates on LinkedIn, and we would surely would want more people and more team to actually build upon such a solution, because with the more people we get, the more communities we impact, and the better we can help with solving and mitigating climate change, right? And you what we are looking forward right now to is that we in the future days we're looking for building a team in technology or marketing as well as towards product development. So through doing all these actions and people reaching out to us, we can create that global community, and action does not just come from me as an individual but comes from a united global community.
Awesome. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to call on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
No worries, thank you so much.